Order, start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good morning. Next I have is the approval of today's agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
So we moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is the approval of last week's minutes.
Make a motion to approve last week's minutes.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now we have is item 5, which is recommendation on the animal feeding operation construction permit, Twister Finisher Farm, Endeavor Farms LLC, Section 24 of Eldora Township.
I'll make a recommendation on animal feeding operation construction permit, Twister Finisher Farm, Endeavor Farms LLC, Section 24, Eldora Township.
I'll second it.
What's our recommendation
Yeah, what's
on?
your recommendation?
No discussion?
We had the public hearing last 2 weeks ago.
You always ask for discussion before you vote.
Well,
We haven't
actually,
voted yet.
discussion is usually it's
We're-
meant to be between us or among us.
We're putting it on the floor to get to the discussion.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that far yet. So are you recommending approval or denial?
I am just putting it out there on the floor for either recommending it go to the DNR or not. So
So I don't have a motion.
I'll amend my motion to deny it and let the DNR make the determination.
Okay, so I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to deny the recommendation. Is there any discussion?
Wait, I don't understand.
You wanna-
What do you mean?
No, I have nothing else.
You don't have anything else?
Nope.
Okay, I just want to say that this by no means, me seconding the motion to deny the permit does not insinuate that I'm against the hog facilities, nor am I for a moratorium on them. I just think there needs to be more consideration of people's rights, of people, or the location of where they put these. There needs to be, the legislature needs to open up this matrix. Legislature, DNR needs to open up the matrix. I do think that this is awful close. Even the first building is awful close to a house that was there first. And I agree with a lot of comments that have been made before. However, I also understand that this is not going to mean that the structure is not going to be built. So,
So with the DNR, are we going to be able to have a voice?
pardon?
With the DNR, are we going to be able to voice our opinion? I live 2 miles south. I just moved in knowing what was being built. I probably wouldn't have think that we already knew that this existing structure was there. But now that I am aware, so with the DNR process, how is that going to work for us?
I'm not exactly sure how that.
DNR is going to go through the
works.
same process we just did. We had scored a pass and score, and they will pass it.
Okay.
Are you going to submit citizen comments with it?
We need to submit a legal reason as to why we are denying.
I'm going to
I don't believe
write
we
up
have
the
one.
comments that I just made. I'll write those up and send it along with
Yeah.
the recommendation and with the paperwork. However, it probably is like Lance says. I don't know who the contact person would be. If you want to send letters to them, I would recommend that. But according to the matrix, it does pass.
This becomes a state issue after this. I don't know.
Month, 2 months, 6 months?
Oh, no, it'll be, what do you mean?
DNR
As
has
far as-
30 days to make their decision, at which point it comes back to the county, and the county at that time can appeal the DNR's decision if its citizens don't agree. And after that, with the appeal, it goes to the EPC for another hearing.
I guess I'm not, I don't know
If the
all
county
of that
feels
for
that the
fact.
DNR's interpretation is not correct, then the county attorney can present the case to the EPC.
But the county must appeal.
But to
see-
pre-
But to appeal, you would have
present-
to have legal reasons to stand on, and
No, you don't.
well,
Okay, it seems like there's a lot of people here who don't quite understand how it goes, and I understand that. There's a lot of legal stuff. Can I explain as simply as possible to everybody how it works?
Can we do this after the meeting?
After the meeting.
Yeah,
The
let's-
public hearing was 2 weeks ago on
This has
that.
nothing to do with the public hearing. There have been a lot of questions about how this works. What does the DNR do? Don't you think it would be a good idea to let people know how it works?
I think we've kind of
What is your
into that in the
interpretation of
past.
how it works? I will
I've
let
gone
you give
through
yours.
Several reports. And, okay, here's what I come up with. A producer wanting to construct a permitted livestock facility must fill out a manure management plan, a construction permit applications, and in counties that have adopted it, a self-scored master matrix. They score it themselves. They must submit this packet to the county auditor and the DNR. The county has 14 days to notify the public of the application and has the option to hold a public forum on it. Allowing citizens of the county to voice their opinion regarding something that affects them so much is the wisest choice, since it shows the people who voted for them that they are willing to listen. The county then has 30 days to complete its own separate scoring of the master matrix. If the producer does not receive 50% of possible points from the county, then the county recommends the DNR deny the permit. Even if the score is more than 50%, the county can recommend the DNR deny the permit simply based on citizens' comments at the public forum. The DNR makes its final decision within 30 days of receiving the county's recommendation. The DNR's decision is based on compliance with the matrix and with state CAFO regulations. That includes separation distances. However, the DNR does not even review an applicant's packet if the county recommends a CAFO permit be approved, because then there is no reason the DNR presumes the county has agreed with the applicant. If an applicant fails the county's scoring, the DNR performs its own scoring of the matrix. If the DNR approves the application, the county then has 14 days to appeal the decision to the EPC. At that point, the EPC then has 35 days to hold their hearing and to decide whether to approve, deny, or modify the permit. And that's in its simplest form.
The first part of it was already done. The county has already done their matrix, which was going into the second part of that. The matrix scored a passing score from,
With you guys?
yes, it's right here.
Is that available to the public?
Yes.
That's when Donnell goes out.
Don's standing right on the other side of the door there. He went
And-
out, he graded it.
goes
And it
by
did
all
score a
of
passing
the
score.
legal.
And what about the 80
Distances and
points
everything.
that were brought up to you?
Which were the ones for the site distance, or the
No,
manure, the
Items
PPME?
17, 19, and 25, because the manure storage structure was not site-specific, it was generic. And all 3 of those items had important details missing.
When the DNR reviews matrix, item number 9, we acknowledge that the request for the expansion is part of the existing facility. The facility is not required to look at itself to see if the MMP, Manure Management Plan, the facility is required to search the area for other facilities. There could be another facility that is owned by the same owner, but listed as a separate DNR AFO site. This site would qualify in the determination of number 9. So it's,
I said 17, 19, and 25.
I don't have the other 2.
Did you say 9 or 19?
That was number 9.
And then, of course, there's the question of the separation distance. You were
The
con-
DNR looks at the separation distance of the new construction only and not the existing buildings. The age of the existing facility dictates which table is used for determining the separation distances for the new barns.
So,
It's
If
not,
they
it's
did-
not whether I agree or disagree with them. This is what they say.
and you were given 3 different scenarios, all 3 scenarios with the same result. Separation distance is not sufficient from our house.
To the new construction?
Once the new building is built, it is an entire site, one site.
But when
It's
they're,
not 2 separate sites, it is one site. If both buildings were built at the same time, it would not be permitted because the minimum separation distance was not satisfied.
I agree with you, but that is not what they're saying. It's from the new building, not the existing building.
is that correct, Don? Is that what the DNR?
That's what they did, that's why they did that survey, to show the separation distance.
And so it goes by the distance from the house to the
the
new
new building.
construction?
Why was the first one approved?
If,
It didn't have to have a permit.
They didn't have to have.
It was small enough, it didn't have to have a
anything
permit
under
evidently.
2,500 head don't have- They do not have to have a matrix.
So you can have 3 different approaches to the same site.
And they
2
just
would
couldn't
not be
keep
permitted,
adding on.
but the 3rd one is because, well, it's different even though the results are the same.
I might be able to clarify this just
Okay.
a little bit. Lance and I talked after the last meeting, and he was looking for something legal to go by, some reason to recommend to the DNR that they need to take a second look. And so my notes were submitted to the Attorney General down in Des Moines. And he looked at it and he says he can't comment on it because the DNR attorney is his client, and that'd be an attorney-client privilege that would take place there. He said that if he did agree with it, he would contact the DNR attorney and advise of any liability in this matter. So at that point, he either will or he won't. And I think that it's put a spotlight on this issue, and I think that it would be handled then at the DNR Attorney General side. So I think that kind of takes care of it.
And have you submitted your findings and comments to the DNR also?
Cindy
Garza.
Garza,
I believe had a copy from Don, is that right? Did you send it?
I didn't send a copy to her, no.
She kind of knew about the stuff we were talking about. Lance, did you send her a copy?
I did, and these are her comments back to me.
Oh, super, okay.
Oh, okay.
Good, good. So, yeah, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, thank you.
So currently, I have a motion to deny the application to the DNR. My opinion is it passed in the county matrix as a passing score. The legalities of it are in the air, I do understand. I think that needs to be addressed if it goes forward, whether it's passed or denied, that on these legalities from the Attorney Generals to work on their side of it. They're very good questions. But if we're going to have a county matrix system resolution in the county, we need to abide by the law also. And from everything I have, it's a passing score. Otherwise, there's no point in even going through these matrix systems. It has worked for us on another site before where we've made them tear it apart and redo tile lines. The DNR was unaware of what was going on. They are fully aware of the distances on all of this right now, and they've answered every question that I can come up with, and it made a passing score. Any other discussion?
Is there anything that limits how big they can grow?
Nope.
Can they continue to add?
I don't know about the distances. The distances are one of the limits.
About their lots?
If they can fit within a system, yeah,
Okay.
of the current DNRs, or not DNRs, states limits.
Which is virtually unlimited at this point.
Especially if you just continue to add one after one after one, you're going under, they won't.
Don, what's the setback for 10,000 hogs?
I'd have to go look. They have,
How much?
it goes by animal.
2,500 feet.
Once you go above 7,500. That's the.
Once they reach 3 buildings, then they have to move over, I think, 150 feet, and then they can go to a 4th building and on up, is what my gut action is.
Okay.
But from what it sounds like, they're just counting each individual building instead of the whole site.
Which the state's allowing them to do,
Okay. So it becomes a-
from the answers I have gotten.
All right. So my next step would be to go to the state and change that law.
Register to vote.
I am.
Need to contact your legislators. They're getting ready to go into session.
All right.
Is there any other discussion?
I would like to say thank you for denying it. It is appreciated. At least you guys are taking a stand, and it is appreciated.
We haven't denied it yet.
Well,
We haven't voted.
We had 2 denials right there.
Yeah.
There were 2 already. We sat right here and heard them.
All in favor of denying, say aye.
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 Oppose? Aye. Motion carries. Next is change of status, secondary roads.
I'll make a motion for the internal transfer of Clint Reintz to the heavy equipment operator position at the rate of $21.07 an hour effective December 28th, 2017.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Hey, we have to finish our meeting. Thanks.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Next, utility permits. Secondary roads.
Snowed finally. Yep. Things are going good.
Okay, now I have a set date and time for public hearing and resolution for road vacation.
Yep. You guys are familiar with which road this is to the
Yep.
south, right there off Highway 20? Okay. So all we're doing today is setting our date for our public hearing. It needs to be at least 2 weeks, so I'd recommend just 2 weeks from today.
Okay. Can we look at the January 17th?
Or would that be the
18th.
10th?
Oh, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong year.
17th?
17th, you're right.
I'll make a motion to conduct the
2 weeks from today would be
Public
the
hearing.
10th. 2 weeks from today would be the
Okay.
10th.
I'll make a motion to schedule the hearing for the vacation of the road for January 10th, 2018 at 10:05 a.m.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded.
Actually, what you're gonna do is you're gonna adopt a resolution that sets that date for the public hearing.
Oh,
If you could just do.
Okay, I rescind that motion, and I make a motion to adopt the resolution to conduct the vacancy hearing on January 10th, 2018 at 10:05 a.m. Is that correct, Nancy?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
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 BJ?
Yep.
let's have a roll call.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
BJ?
sorry.
Aye.
Renee?
Aye.
Lance?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Any other business? Hearing none, I can ask for adjournment.
I'll
make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
You guys didn't let me get the